Welcome to the Patriot Hour. Welcome to the Patriot Hour for Sunday, October 14th, 2018. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for giving us some time. Get your memes ready, folks. They're scrambling for cover, and they're at the point where they're using any means necessary out of their remaining power, control. We are seeing the start of all kinds of things, all right? So a lot of people aren't getting, Hillary self-turned in her own security clearance. She didn't want it anymore. Pretty sure, folks, she tried to renew, and in light of Huber investigations coming from behind the scenes, we're all going to be finding out here in the next several days that the crimes are real. We all known it. This isn't some conspiracy. We need to really start breaking down some of this stuff, folks. It's logical. It's very logical. You look at the mass CEOs walking away, CEOs, CFOs around the world, high companies, high-level companies, well-known companies, let's put it that way, companies we all know, soft drinks, just multiple different facets of these people stepping down, walking away. You got kind of allegations possibly circling them. You got some, it's just in we're going to find out a lot more on that, but why would all these people under Trump, the heads of all these companies, just give up everything, all the money they got kind of rolling in, all the benefits? There's just no reason to I'm done, I've had enough. And the same out of D.C. People on both sides of the party, it crosses all lines. That's what we call the deep state, all right? These people out of nowhere stepping down. When really pressed why, they say, well, nobody should do too many years in these areas. And that's what we all have felt. But these people never felt that way. All of a sudden, under Trump, they start saying the right things and stepping down in what looks to be about the right reason. That's just what they're saying at this point on into the mic. The real personal reasons of why they've stepped down or signed paperwork to step down, clear out their desk, will be revealed. All right, so don't take that. These are just things to alert you. These are just the beginning stages of people walking away. So you got the political realm, Hollywood people, CEOs, CFOs, and then you even have the heads of these three-letter agencies that have been either removed, stepped down in the same manner, or have their positions kind of demoted a few different times. So their power's been removed. They're still sticking around. They're even curious maybe to, why am I still here? How come I haven't gotten fired yet? The complete picture would put 99% of Americans in the world in a hospital, all right? That's why we've been told 80% of this behind the scenes, 20% in the open. Some of that might become more open as time moves on and we get a book or a movie, most likely a book, but operators are active this whole time, this whole last time. So that's why we've never gotten straight intel drops from Q or people telling us anything about. It's going to have to be after the fact and done in a method. Again, I like to tell people, if you have access to this stuff, folks, if you have the know-how, let's say you're a high-level somebody, but there's this big system, but you can tap into these computers and get information and see things, and you hear of a possible terrorist attack going to be happening, and it involves planes, and you might know the exact area and even though this is known days in advance and it's going to happen, there's really nothing you can do. You just had access to know that it was going to happen, all right? Now, having that access in yourself, you're still a man. You come home at night, you're married. Do you sit on the pillow and just tell your wife all of everything you just saw? That's breaking. If you ever get hooked up to a lie detector test in your security, jobs, which happens sometimes for review every few years, they're going to ask you some of these things. Have you ever at any time divulged any information? Now, when you say no, because you know in your own head that you did, even if it was pillow talk, you lied, and it's going to come probably back on the polygraph. Now, there's a way to do that. If you have loved ones and you're in that community, you can guide them. It's like your loved one's going to be getting on that plane, actually, and you can why don't we just, you make sure they miss it. You can be, I'm going to drive you to the airport. And you create some kind of diversion. You stop, you get in traffic, you get a flat tire, you just are late and you don't make that flight. Now you just helped. Now that is kind of be selfish. It's somebody that you knew and you didn't stop. You just stopped that. Or you can make some calls. Now we know that happened for 9/11. We had, Condoleezza Rice calling people, telling them directly, do not get on the plane tomorrow that you're supposed to get on, because it was involved in maybe one of the ones, or she didn't know the exact details of what planes, but they just knew. That's how hot topic of rumors were floating around days before it happened, because it was planned. This is the kind of stuff we're talking about, all right? So if you have intel, you have access, you can guide people, you can keep them out of harm's way, and you can point them in the direction to look at something without breaking the rules, all right? Going around the world fighting evil, sometimes it's hard not to become evil yourself. If you're trying to take down a system that breaks all the rules and does leaks, you don't want to be a group that leaks to fight them. You want to do it in the correct manner. These people would be the first ones, even though they break the rules and they try to hide it. If the good people broke it, they'd be the first ones to charge them, write up paperwork, and try to oust President Trump as well for, breaking rules. All right, just wanted to bring the little meme video there. We're working on some other stuff. Look for a live show later this evening with me and Ben. I'll have another video out here in a little bit. I'm working on something a little different, and we'll bring it here to the Patriot Hour for you. I'm Mike. God bless, Godspeed, each and every one of you. Have a great Sunday, mid-afternoon, and we'll see you back here later on for the next update video. Have a great afternoon.